what is happening. So let's see who gets the opportunity to play up against Dignitas in our semifinals. We've got Speed and Company here in the orange, Mouse in the orange, Reciprocity in the blue. A best of 7. All of the matches today, best of 7, so a bit more of a marathon. We just need to see some extreme consistency from these rosters.
All start with, does that Reciprocity offense put the squeeze on that defense? Do they keep things as collected as they did last week?
We have first 30 seconds come and go. Here's Cookser with control. Through the air over the top of one. Now he comes back down, looking to push it underneath Fruity, but Fruity will get it over to the edge. Now Farah up on it. Speed will block him. Looking to set up Arju. Fruity will have other ideas. Gets it out to Farah. Cookser comes over the top of him and puts it to the far side. Now Arju through the air. First time touching the ball this game, and he'll give it to Chalset in the corner. Now Speed picks it up against Fruity. Airborne over the top of one and onto the backboard. Farah's got it cleared. Here's Arju with a shot blocked by Farah as he came back down, and now into the backfield up against Cookser. Cookser will be able to gain control.
And I think Arju actually made a great touch there. The guy coming off the ceiling there, the odds of him making the block on that ball, slim to none. Arju was just going for the uncontested backboard, gets the bump on Farah, set up for Speed, but too far away. Shot set comes away with
Or 40 seconds left here in this 4th minute. Then Speed in the corner, bounces back out. Here's Arju trying to set up Cookser on the far side. Goes for it himself. And now Chalset and Farah. Back out, Cookser. High ball. Fruity keeps it that way. Long clear near the ceiling. Gives his team lots of time. The ball doesn't become relevant again until midfield. A miss from Speed will give Farah some control. We'll try to hold on to it and stretch it with all of his boost onto the backboard. Now back out to Chalset with space. Takes the shot up for 90, blocked by Cookser. And then Arju comes across. Clears Cookser out of the way, but the save was good. Now Arju through the air. To the corner, Chalset picks it up, gets the dribble on one. Now up against Speed in the backfield, waits for his team to come in for the blocks, is able to muscle it through, but can't quite get it between the posts. And Cookser gets it out to Speed, and now the counterattack from Mouse.
Ooh, and the right back to him. Farah with a great clear. Now it's Arju 1-on-2, and how about finding a seam there? Fruity makes the stop, but just a small gap there to push that ball past that midfield line, and Mouse worked their way out in 2 touches.
2:28. Speed down to his own corner, picks up his own boost over the top of one. Now up against Fruity, gets it over his hood. Farah in the back will have some space. Cookser able to pick it up on a second touch play. Now Speed to try and stall us in the midfield. Fruity gets 2 defenders to go for it. Arju backs off and Cookser gets a touch, but here's Chalset to Farah now. The pass is in the midfield, off the backboard. Speed takes his time reading, but there was no pressure. He had time. So clear will be good all the way to the corner. Now Fruity off the top, vertices. Arju nearly bumped by Farah, but he makes contact before the bump happens. Speed back to midfield. Farah over the top of one with 1:47 left to go. Still a scoreless game.
And I like Mouse with Cookser right there, just trying to take that ball out on the dribble. There's the bump, and no, it ricochets off the corner of the goal and pings out. Tough break for Reciprocity.
Cookser takes a shot. No good. Arju now holding on to control in the corner. Got Chalset in the goal. And he'll move out to take it in the corner now. Speed in his own backfield. Arju rotating on the far side as Chalset tries to push it through the front line defense. Here comes Fruity to try and take the shot, and Farah was up too far. Chalset will have to move in. Reciprocity trying to hold on to control. They've had a lot of the control this game. And the ball spent more time in the orange half as finally the shot is off both posts and out. Farah's follow-up is blocked by Cookser. And Fruity now in the corner will try to get one more set up. Back out to Chalset, and Speed's got the counter. Reciprocity's got to fall back on the defense quickly as here comes Mouse.
Ooh, and that's a dangerous ball too. Free ball for Speed, and yes, he will turn it in. Speed has been put away Central since last week, and no reason not to continue here.
Beautiful, beautiful counterattack. They're able to make it happen quickly there. Now with a lead. Can they hold on? Fruity through the air. Cookser into an empty backfield. Farah's finding in the corner. Got a lot of space. Mouse, the moment they took this lead, backing off. Just wanted to make sure they hunker down on defense, not make any mistakes against an offense that is 3rd in shooting in Europe. Reciprocity now. Looking on the offense, looking for that equalizer. Fruity's going to chase this, but he's out of boost. Cookser picks it up. Now through two into an open backfield. It's just all the way in. 2-0 now for Mouz.
So you definitely worked him pretty hard right there. All he did was just notice that Farah kind of got stuck on that sidewall. Chaussette from across the pitch thought maybe Farah still has a chance at that ball, but he just caught one step too far, and Cookser just put it out into the open and won the foot race.
Chaussette actually with an own goal nearly. Farah will get this one away. Man, Reciprocity had moments as the third goal will go in here. Mouz just absolutely tearing it open after that first goal. It was just a simple counterattack, and man, the play from Reciprocity directly before that first goal was strong, was on target, but Cookser is such an effort to get the blocks, and then immediately it gets cleared out the other direction. It was a simple one drive that didn't go. I wouldn't even say Reciprocity made a mistake. It just didn't go their way.
Yeah.
And we see Mouz run away with game number 1.
Didn't go their way twice in a row. I mean, they had one where Chaussette off the inside of the post and it skipped out, and another one it plays a little ping pong between both posts and kicked out. And that's a very irritating way to lose, because right after that post and out, Mousesports had the quick counterattack up the field, and Arju only had 1 assist, but he was definitely instrumental in starting up that counterattack on the first goal that Mouz scored. Just keeping that pressure going and winning that ball in the corner, and then allowed Cookser and Speed to finish the job. But that's an irritating loss in game 1 for Reciprocity. You feel like you had them just dead to rights the entire time, and then the 2 shots that you put on target ping out like that, and it's, you know, salt in the wound when they get the counterattack, and then you're down 2-0 with 12 seconds left. It's just, ooh, it's crushing.
Yeah, for sure. No, and only 5 shots here from Reciprocity, which, again, a team that is 3rd in their region in just shots overall, total shots per game. So being held here to 5, 3 saves from Fruity, no other stats from this team. Definitely a very quiet game from them. Lots of repositional contacts, just trying to figure out, like, oh, you take the ball, oh, let's just put it up here. They're doing less of like intentionally trying to improve their position on the field and more just trying to stop Mouz from improving. So I would love to see them being a little bit more active, taking a little bit more initiative and actually trying to create their own success here as we move into game 2.
And that's not a bad idea. And I think they were satisfied with how the first half of that game played out. I think they just started getting a little frustrated and over-aggressive towards the end of that game and just let it slip away. And see what Reciprocity do here as they reevaluate. And as you said, it is a best of 7. I'm curious, do you think best of 7 favors Mouz or Rec?
I think honestly, best of 7 favors the team that loses game 1. So Reciprocity here, like, they have a little bit more breathing room. They are the ones who are, though the wake-up call is going out, they understand, okay, game 1 did not go the way we were hoping. We didn't find any sort of control by a team that had the fear and respect of all the teams in their region. The fact that they weren't able to get a single goal in game number 1 means that they're going to start to reevaluate how they're playing and try to adjust to find just the best win here. So game 1 going to Mouz. I'm looking for Reciprocity to go the distance here to game 7.
Oh, and Chaussette actually giving a lot of respect to Cookser right there. He started leaving because Cookser angled his car out to try and tip that ball into the middle, and unfortunately for Chaussette, Cookser missed it, but they do earn the ball back.
Rudy with a shot just high of the crossbar. And a counter from Speed out to Arju, beats Chaussette. It's going to go into the Reciprocity corner. Rudy now with a loft. Speed and Cookser to fall back. Now Speed with an attempt off the wall. Chaussette into counter and keeps it in the corner. Now looking to take control. He's out of boost, but he's got it rolled up the wall. Arju's got the read. The ball is spending so much time in this corner, but it's not really productive for anybody. Here comes Fruity looking for a shot, blocked by 1. Here's Chaussette with the follow-up. It's on target, and Cookser's got the save. Fair enough.
It's just
try and take control and get it over to Fruity. Can he keep this drive going? I think this will be the end of that one for now, but man, valiant effort there from Reciprocity.
It was a tough shot for Chaussette as well. Had to come all the way around from the opposite side of the ball, and when you're trying to fit that ball into a corner of the goal, it demands some extreme precision. Unfortunately, Chaussette just didn't quite have it there, right into the middle, an easy save. There's a demo on the goal line. Cookser denied. Farah there for it, but Reciprocity, not a lot of boost to their name right now, and they might get stuck here.
2:52. Approaching halftime, Cookser pass back to Speed, the redirect, oh, it nearly goes in, but Chaussette gets just enough of a wheel onto it to get it away. Still scoreless here as we approach halftime. Now Speed through the air, Fruity, block one. Here's Farah, gets the challenge there as well. Reciprocity playing well on defense. Cookser over the top of one, but Chaussette will neutralize him and keep him in the midfield. Ooh. Speed now off the ceiling and back down onto his hood. He's neck and neck with Chaussette, but is able to dribble into the corner. Fruity picks it up now. And up against Cookser, it'll pinch back out. Here's Chaussette with a lot of boost to work with. Can he get this one on target? Tries to wrap it back around, but Speed will get there anyways. We'll see Reciprocity still looking for that first goal in this series.
And again, they are indeed a little stuck there. Finally, I think that's the clear that really solidifies the chance for Reciprocity to break out. Chaussette had a chance for a solo play, but had a little too much power. Quick transition from Mouz. Fruity missed. Chaussette just makes sure. Cooks here with the speed. I mean, this is brick wall here in the midfield line for Mousesports right now. It's tough for Reciprocity to hang on to it.
145. Fruity. Shot towards the goal is blocked by Arju. The follow from Chaussette also blocked by Arju. He gets 2 saves on one drive. Now Speed looking for the counter underneath for one. He's still got a lot of boost here too. He's going to look for the dribbles, but Farah tackles him in the air. Now Arju back down. Chaussette pass to Cookser. Pass into Speed. Looking for the infield. Chaussette
Nice.
to block it at the point of contact. Now Speed, round 2, looking for Arju. Not as good of a pass, but draws some defenders out. Farah will be through the air. All the way to the back corner. Reciprocity. The final minute of game number 2. And that's starting to knock on the door. Here comes another drive.
Oh. Again, Chaussette. I mean, that's the right idea. Rip one towards the goal in the top left. It's just from too far away. Too easy to react from that far for Mousesports.
Speed back down. Chaussette rotates away. Now Cookser. Going through. Chaussette will get it up here on the side. He's holding on to it by himself.
Oh, man.
Got the Cookser to Arju on the outside. Blocked in front of the goal. Farah back down to Fruity. To the edge. He has a second touch into the corner. Awkward bounce, but Arju reads it well. Chaussette has him read. Now back down. Farah wants to, but the pass just too far in front of him. Now turning, taking control. Shot towards the goal. Speeds up in time and gets it away just barely. Now Fruity in the corner. Can he find Chaussette? No, he's off the backboard and Speed was there. 10 seconds left. No goals in game 2. Fruity will leave it. Now Farah looking for the buzzer beater. Pass 2, looks for the bumps. No, Arju gets in the way, and Cookser will push it right back to his teammate. They'll be able to dribble this one into a corner, kill all of its velocity. It dies overtime in game 2.
Awesome play from Cookser right there at the end to box Chaussette out. Was turning into him to stop Chaussette from getting around that ball and trying to finish the game right there. Misses the pinch as well. Overtime begins with another Mousesports possession.
Fruity looking for the dribble. Arju, all he can do is tuck it back to his corner, and Fruity now looks for the pass across, a pinch pass on the backboard, but the rest of his team hadn't crashed the box. Speed. The touch, Chaussette can handle. Fruity back down, and now Farah redirects to the side. Chaussette with the miss. Now Fruity out of his goal. There's Speed off the wall. Fruity's got that. Now Cookser takes a shot. Oh my goodness, so close. Chaussette sends it away. And now Speed looking for the setup, maybe looking for the dish himself. Can't quite get it around and in the box at all. Stayed on the backboard the whole time, but Arju, so much pressure from Mouz here in this first minute of overtime.
And Reciprocity diving at a lot of these because they just don't know if Mousesports is going to score it or not. Arju trying to throw a changeup, free ball for Cooks here, and that actually means Arju's going to leave, and they'll let Chaussette try and find a clear.
Got it over one. Now here's Fruity trying to get back up to Chaussette, who gets the
Great
bump
ball.
onto Speed. Here comes Fruity up against Cookser in the corner. Enough of a win for Reciprocity. Farah's up. He's got 2 defenders, but he puts it onto the backboard, and Arju will get it back to midfield. Some good attempts on the far side wall fall apart at the point of contact. Again, the shooting maybe could be better. Here's Fruity looking to drop it. The fake, is it good enough? He gets Speed up. Farah tries. Chaussette, no, he backs off. It's overtime. They're afraid to commit all 3. And here comes Farah now with space. Past 1. Speed out of the corner. We'll get it away.
Nice tries here from Reciprocity. And that's really their best chance they've had the entire game, to be honest. They've got a bunch of shots on target, but none of them have really mattered as much as that one. Speed with a miss, and Cooks here. Great cover up. Fruity with a stretch. and really trying to force the issue there.
Oh.
Pass to Arju,
Oh
and
my
that'll do
goodness.
it. Cooksier's not greedy.
The fish hit the pavement. Oh my goodness. Cookser out to Arju. After saying Arju passed it back to Cookser, a wonderful play, a give and go across the pitch. Just catch Reciprocity just out, and massive improvements from Reciprocity here in game number 2. We talked about their shooting, something they've relied on all season. Only 5 shots in game number 1, 11 shots here in game 2, but matched by the 11 shots of Mousesports. And the defense for Mouz up better. Honestly, the placement for Mouz also better. Only one placement really mattered, the one that went in overtime. The Mouz is now up by 2.
Yeah, I think overall, Reciprocity definitely got some shots, but the only ones that really mattered were in that overtime that were truly, truly terrifying for Mousesports to handle, and they handled it with a fair amount of grace. So I think Reciprocity in this game, they definitely got boxed into their own half throughout the entirety of regulation. The defense looked a little divey, but they kept it together. Just unfortunate that right at the end there, Fruity's goal denied, and Chausette's follow-up also denied towards that top right corner. So well done to Speed to kick the ball out, and Arju, a 650-point game with 1 goal, 4 saves, 4 shots. I mean, I'm continually impressed with this guy. The speed out of the midfield in game 2, phenomenal.
Yeah.
Stopped a lot of big clearing chances for Reciprocity.
The MVP there of game 2, Arju, the substitute coming in here in his second week, definitely making a performance here. And my thoughts kind of go back to that moment of getting the bump on Speed, Farah being up in the area alone with the ball, 2 defenders, 1 on the backboard, 1 on the goal line, like well-positioned defense from Mouz. But is there maybe something else Farah could have done in that moment to give them the win? Either way, Mouz found a way to navigate the waters, come out the other side with the win, and now up by 2, and still completely shutting out Reciprocity. After 10 minutes, they've yet to score.
And I mean, they were looking for Chausette right there, but Fruity's pass just had a little too much on it, sailed way over his head. And Cooksier and Arju, a little miscommunication there, and Speed kind of on his lonesome. Where do you dump the ball? That's the right play. Forced Chausette to chase it. That was his best option.
They bump Arju into the ceiling. Chausette left some space. Cooksier out of this corner, keeps it on the wall. Fruity across. Speed will stretch. Ooh. It's a nice touch. Farah. It's an excellent dunkish style play in the air. Fruity looking for Farah. Can he get it back down to him? He does, but Speed intercepts, and now out to Cooksier. A nice transition outwards. They just barely beat Arju, who would have had it into the backfield for free. Chaussette over the top of 2. It's beaten by 2. Here's Farah looking for the first goal. Oh, it was wide. The accuracy plagues them here in game 3.
They could have capitalized on a massive misplay from Mouz, and Farah, again, correct idea. It needs to be right side of the goal, but one step too far gives Cooksier time to close the gap, and just brutal.
Fruity walking high. Now, into the midfield. Here's Chaussette up. Goes back down Farah there. Up against Speed. Pinched high. Here's Fruity up against Cooksier. The ball continues just to bounce on a trampoline. Here's Arju with a shot to the net, and it's good. So much setup. Just a bump to set, and then finally the spike.
And it's just the patience. Arju makes sure that Speed doesn't go for it first, and then he sees Chaussette get bumped, says, excellent, I've got a small opening. Just put it to the left side, and if he saves it, he saves it. And that's what Arju does. Takes what's given to him. He makes the right decision.
Scores another one here. Mousesports. One's game 1 and 2. Win this one, they're going to be up by 3. Have match point, force Reciprocity to reverse sweep in a best of 7. We've seen it happen before, even in the European regional playoffs. But still, a very difficult task, one of the hardest in Rocket League. We approach halftime, Reciprocity needing to find a goal. Through 1. Speed up against Chaussette. Over the top of him. It's looking dangerous. Looks for the double tap. Speed's got it good, and that's 2-0 for Mouz.
What in the world was this? Speed somehow beat Chaussette. No boost. Perfect. That's the only touch that scores, too. If Speed has more boost and tries to go top corner, save. The only shot that saves is the bounce right there. Wow.
Beautiful. Beautiful shot. Speed lights up. Cross halftime. Mousesports looking to absolutely run away with the series. They get it up. Arju baits out Chaussette. Speed's got an easy net. It's 3-0 for Mouz.
You're absolutely right. Chaussette picks up the boost and hopes Farah gets a piece, but it's that flip reset. I mean, Chaussette has to defend the double tap, and Speed, he's just waiting. Says, all right, do you make the clear? Nope. I'll just make sure it gets under you. Great patience from Speed. The mechanics from Arju setting the ball up. Brilliant.
Finally, no. Denied. Speed keeps Reciprocity's first goal out of the net, as it's been a 13-minute drought. Here's Fruity looking for the first one, but Arju gets this one away. Reciprocity starting to have decent shot opportunities, and they're just shooting dead center. Frustrated with missing by looking for the keen placement on the edge. Chaussette chases this one, loses control. Arju happy just to clear. 3-goal lead. All you got to do is just keep the ball away from your net. A long one down the field. Here's Arju in the corner. Fruity with a quick turn on him. Arju tries to block in. It does. Now, demolition on the Cookser will open up some space. Here's Fruity. Just getting out of the way. Chaussette will look for the flick. Gets it nice and high, but Cookser to the edge. Now, Farah over the top of one. Arju in the net as the pass comes back from Chaussette to Farah. Blocked by Speed. Now Fruity up. Arju here. Chaussette not able to make it happen.
There's just not a lot of options for Reciprocity when they stop these clears in Mousesports out midfield. Well, how about that? How about Speed, instead of getting the clear into the corner, just kicks it off the post and it ricochets right back in.
Well, that's a... I would say Reciprocity still hasn't scored despite having a goal to their name. They'll take that one, though, with 57 seconds left. That gives them a chance. They're able to find a goal here in the next few moments, give themselves an opportunity at that equalizer. This really could be a swing, and what a swing of momentum, too, if they were to do so. That first goal of mostly being on Speed's shoulders could easily get into the mentality of this team. 35 seconds left, though. Mouz doing an excellent job in this midfield, keeping it away from their neck, not giving them that critical second goal. But here comes an infield pass, blocked. Now Cookser turns back on it, tries to dribble it through. Chaussette will get the demolition onto him, but still, he's got to find this goal. He's got to get it all the way down the field, and Mousesports controlling, dominating that midfield, keeping them away from any opportunities. And now as they go back in, demolitions rain across the pitch. Arju blocks it once more. His challenge so good, the stop into the mid. He doesn't even have to score this one. The game's already over, 5 seconds left. And with a three-game lead, Mouz has absolutely run away with this series, and now Reciprocity has to win 4 straight. This is going to be insane, Achieves.
That is phenomenal for Mousesports. I mean, it was game 3. I don't know what I expected. Arju scored the first goal, but then Speed, he heard the alarm clock and scored a banger of a goal.
That's right. He's not away for the first 2 goals.
Yeah, exactly. And after that, Arju just can opener. A couple of great setups for Speed, and nice job capitalizing on those great opportunities. Reciprocity, it just felt they occasionally got on offense, right? But they'd make the block, but the touch, it has nowhere to go but right back into Mouz. They can push it left or right, but no one's there. They're off grab and boost. It's just Mousesports, when they get the ball and they're stuck in the midfield and they're just trying to set chances up, they've got options. Reciprocity didn't have anything, hardly at all, in terms of trying to break down the Mouz defense.
No, they had a few decent looks where a player's alone in front of the box. He can kind of shoot where he wants, but still the defense was in a good position where they had somebody on the goal line and somebody starting to challenge, which just really puts a timer on how much you can think about where you push that. And almost every time they were just putting it straight dead center. They were just placing it right down the middle of the goal, not willing to risk placing to the edges and missing, because they tried that early in the last 3 games and they have not been able to score. So, and then the goal line defense was perfect from Mouz. They were able to get in the way every single time. So yeah, man, Mouz looking like the better team right now. Reciprocity has to win 4 games straight. They cannot afford another loss. And if they do, they drop to the bottom. They'll go up against the winner of Veloce versus Barca. Still, Would love just to have that game straight into the semifinals here. As we see Arju look for the bully in net. Chaussette is able to dodge it and get the save. Reciprocity playing clean there.
And look, Arju goes for the demo, right? Steals the boost, makes a touch, and realizes that that touch out in the middle didn't have anybody to go to. So he just decided, you know what, I'm going to use all 100 boost just to delay and buy extra time because he made a mistake. And that's what I enjoy so much about watching Arju play. He makes the right decision no matter what just happened. Smart guy. I am impressed.
Very good. Yeah, absolutely. Sort of it's the thing that I appreciate the most about Turbo Pulse. I feel like he's always in the right place and always understands early whether he's going to win or not, and just doesn't go for the things he knows he's going to lose.
He's a facilitator. I think that's what's helped this Mousesports rotation just look so much better because, like, yeah, Arju has the speed and the mechanics to make things happen, right? Whereas, I mean, Scrub Killer undoubtedly, probably better speed and mechanics than Arju, but it felt a little reckless at times. And now it's toned back 1 or 2 notches, and I think that's really unlocked the speed and cooks here a little bit here.
Mouse trying to trap Reciprocity in their own half again. The midfield, I would say, has been won by Mouse pretty dominantly the entire series. Fruity gets a nice block in front of his box, and we'll see Cookser take it all the way to his own corner, played off his own backboard. Try and get some Reciprocity players to come on in, but neutral contact from Chaussette, and then a win from Arju all the way to the corner. Fair now. Punted over the top of one, but Speed's there. This shot just wide, and Fruity will try to stretch it to Chaussette. Arju and Cooks are both up. Arju gets called off, now back down, leaves it for Speed as he rotates into net. Speed over the top of 2 into the corner, and now looking for demos. Not going to find anything as Farah moves into control. Ball in the corner. Approaching halftime here, still scoreless in what has been a late scoring series in general. Both these teams playing clean and methodical, understanding that every win here means more than it has the whole season.
And now you're starting to see Reciprocity clamp down a little bit on the midfield, and now it's Mousesports who I think are trying to stretch a little bit. Chaussette, tough ball. Arju misses the clear. Speed, oh man, what a touch.
A great demolition there too, as Cookser is going to be pressuring on the counterattack. Reciprocity lost game 1 on the counterattack, and they've been cautious of it ever since. Chaussette up, Farah will play it into this corner. Speed will just keep the ball moving quickly, but here comes Chaussette now back into the corner, or back into the midfield rather. Now Cookser will chase. Up against Fruity. Speed trying. Now Cookser all the way down the field. Arju to give chase. Ball spinning a lot of time in the midfield, just kind of bouncing. Players playing repositional. Playing is to try and keep the ball away from the opponents rather than gain control yourself. Win from Arju in the corner. We'll see if Farah can do anything with it. Gets underneath one, but then immediately back in favor of Speed, and then back in favor of Chaussette. Constantly kind of counter touches here, slowing down the pace of gameplay as we've only got 1 minute and 20 left to go. Here comes Chaussette, though. Cooks are in the net. We'll get it away just fine.
Nice long clear. Arju kind of gives it back, but look, he doesn't care if he wins. He just puts the pressure on him. He says, you can't clear the ball for free. If you want to clear it, you're going to smash it. It's going to go right back to my team.
Touches from Mouse. With them controlling out here in the midfield. Here's Arju. The pass looks for a shot. Actually, Fair gets a block. Demolition onto Cookser means it'll strengthen the back line of Mouse, and Arju can just play, improvisational midfield defense. Oh, this is through 2. Arju back.
He's all right.
Probably
he knows he's got
getting away. Certainly does. Not enough speed with 40 seconds left here. Mouse win it here in this game. They'll get the sweep on Reciprocity and knock them to the lower bracket of our Page playoff system. Arju over the top of one.
Oh, he got him.
Up against Chaussette. He's got him beat. Speed's got an open net. Doesn't manage to turn it in.
What?
It's off the wall and back out. Cookser will try to turn this back around. He's got 50 boost to work with. He can carry this through the air all by himself, and he gets the pinch off it. It's back down. Here comes Speed. A second attempt to try and score it here, but Chaussette will get in the way. 10 seconds left, and Reciprocity are still alive. This shot is in. No! Arju finds the easy one with 7 seconds left. Mouse is looking for the sweep.
It's just brutal. I thought you gotta be careful. Speed might get in his own head, and Fruity thought he had time to grab the boost, and he was so close, but nobody in time to challenge Arju, and the power off the shot gets it done. Arju and Cooks here give Speed all he could want buffet, and he is so glad that his team picked him up because they just earned the sweep.
What a performance. These guys coming in, definitely a team nobody had any expectations around. Mouse, a team, when you're coming in with a sub into the playoffs, into the most difficult part of the competition of a multi-week season, this is the moment you would forgive Arju for not being able to perform. But not only does he show up and fill in Scrub Killer's shoes, he earns MVP in multiple games, scores the winning goal in multiple games. Arju absolutely fitting into this Mouse roster so well.
I love it. He looks fantastic. Let's see it. I can't wait to see him go play Dignitas now. I am shocked. I really thought they were going to go 0-2 in the last week. And then I came into the regionals. It's like, all right, now you got to buckle down and do the same thing all over again. And bam, just as good. So hats off to you, Arju. You played a fantastic series. Speed, you can shake that last one off. Cooks here, you just go do Cooks here things. Well done, Mousesports. You earned the win.
They certainly do, and they improve to top 4 here in Europe. Folks, that was just the first match of our playoffs. We've got some other exciting action coming up soon. We're going to drop down to that do-or-die match now. Veloce versus Barcelona will be next. The loser is out of the playoffs, and we'll just have to settle for Season 10. Well, it's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll stick around. We're going to watch some more Rocket League here on the Rocket League Championship Series.